become somebody of purpose. And that is rare today. It's rare.
Yeah. And the worst part is when we find someone in our life who has a purpose, it's so attractive. Even if their purpose isn't something you're even interested in. Just when you see somebody with purpose and passion for something, you're interested. You could completely disagree with it. You're interested, though. You want to know what they have to say. You want to hear them. You want to, like, I love, and this is going to sound crazy to everyone listening who is a longtime listener, but I love listening to AOC. I love listening to it. And I'll tell you why. I honestly believe that she is doing what she honestly believes is best for this country. Now, some of her peers on the Democratic side, I do not think that's true. I think I think that's true of Republicans too. So I think of a lot of politicians, most politicians, they are there for, I think, primarily selfish or self-oriented reasons, or they went and got corrupted very easily. However, with her, I think she's, her viewpoint, what she's been taught, what her belief systems are in bananas. But I'm very attracted from a personal psychology, from a human psychology perspective, not, the other type of, not physical attraction or whatever, but like I'm attracted by the way she communicates, the passion that she brings, how she takes these topics, which have no receipts. I mean, she's basically selling air, right? I mean, like, all of the philosophy that she is espousing has zero receipts behind it. And if anything, the receipts are net negative, right? Like, these are things that have been shown through history to drive you right into the mountain. However, she believes them and she passionately conveys them. So you're attracted to the passion, even if you don't agree, yet so few of us, to your point, grab onto purpose and passion. And then we wonder why no one is attracted to what we're doing, why no one wants to come work for our company, or why no one, wants to hire us to do a keynote or listens to our podcast or whatever our thing is. It's like, because you're just existing. You're just putting things out to put them out. What gets you fired up in the morning? What is the thing that just, when you do that thing, you can't think of anything else? Like, and this has been a big eye-opener for me with ADHD. I think we talked about it last time, but, diagnosed 3 years ago, I have very severe, like, pinned to the top ADHD. And, at first I was like, what does that mean? Whatever. I kind of, the idea kind of fits. But as I've gotten into what it actually is, it's that oftentimes people with ADHD, their brains were wired to be hunters or warriors, right? And not that I'm not trying to position that self as like I'm some sort of special hunter or warrior, but like 20% of the population has this difference in brain chemistry and structure. And the idea is, on the things that you are interested in and passionate about, you become hyper-focused, more focused than a normie can possibly get to. However, the opposite is also true. On the things that you're not passionate about, you could give two shits and you have no ability to placate someone, which is probably anyone who's ever had a conversation with me about something that I wasn't interested in. You're well aware of what that looks like.
Yeah.
Although I do try very hard. And my point in getting to that is like that, what that has taught me is how important, like, being that unique, driven, purpose-filled person is. And we've talked about Jordan Peterson before. I think we may have even talked about in the last podcast. He is the one that opened me up to this idea of be a monster, right? Become a monster. Know how to use the sword. Know how to shoot a gun. Know some sort of martial art. Have intelligence. Have energy. Have aggression. But then learn how to control it in a way that allows you to live this purpose-filled life. Because if you can do that, then you have the skills, the confidence, the agency to be who you need to be while focusing on a mission.